Hi, I'm Anna Fariha from University of Massachusetts Amherst. This is a joint work with Matteo Brucato, Peter Haas, and Alexandra Meliu. Today, I'm going to demonstrate SuDocu, a tool for personalized document summarization by example. Processing large documents is hard for humans. We often want the main ideas or summary of a large document. Text document summarization is the task of producing a brief representation for easy human consumption. For automatic summarization, the best option is extractive summarization, where a subset of sentences from the original document are extracted and presented as the summary. Existing text summarization tools mostly focus on generic summarization, but users often require personalized summarization that targets their specific preferences. For example, imagine a traveler who wants to summarize the Wikipedia page for the state of Massachusetts, but she is mostly interested in tourist spots and weather. A generic summary would cover all topics well, but not all topics are relevant to her. But precisely expressing summarization preferences is challenging. This is because the user's preference may span over multiple topics and they don't always know the precise coverages they want for each topic. So we need a system where the users can easily express their summarization preferences without requiring to precisely specify topic coverages. In SuDocu, we propose a novel and effective way to express the summarization preferences through examples. In example-driven summarization, all the user needs to do is to provide a few example summaries for a small number of documents, and the system learns the summarization intent from the examples. Then it can summarize new documents automatically according to the user's preferences. We will now demonstrate SuDocu and show how it learns the user's summarization preferences just from a few examples. Suppose that we want to plan a trip to some of the US states and we want to find out what each state has to offer. We are mainly interested in natural places like lakes, mountains, forests, hiking trails, and so on. Also, we want to know important weather information. First, we select a state we want to manually summarize. Here, we select Massachusetts. SuDocu shows us the Wikipedia content for Massachusetts. The page content is automatically broken into sentences. We now look for the sentences that best summarize our intent for natural places and weather conditions. We can read and select sentences we find interesting. We can also use keywords like forest or trail to quickly find relevant sentences. We selected a few sentences about Massachusetts. We now submit the summary to let SuDocu store our summary. We then do a similar manual summarization for Indiana and Maine, following a similar approach. This only requires a few minutes of our time as we are giving only 3 example summaries. Once we are done, we tell SuDocu to learn our summarization intent from the examples we provided, clicking on this button. SuDocu is now ready to generate new summaries automatically. Here on the right panel, we can select a new state. We select Florida, and this is what SuDocu gives us. Indeed, it contains sentences describing weather conditions and natural places like temperature, thunderstorms, state parks, and beaches, just like our example summaries. Let's try Utah. For Utah, SuDocu found sentences about national parks, temperature, and biking trails. We can try one more. Let's try West Virginia. For this, SuDocu also found sentences related to recreational activities and temperature in the summary. SuDocu is built over 4 key components which I will go over now. The first component is topic modeling. Given a text corpus over all documents, SuDocu uses LDA topic modeling to learn topics from the text corpus. Words that have similar semantic meaning and frequently occur together are grouped under the same topic. SuDocu then uses the learned topic model to represent each sentence by a point in the topic space. So each sentence gets a score for every topic. The next step is to get example summaries from the user and encode them in the topic space as well. For this, SuDocu aggregates topic-wise scores over all sentences in the summary and encodes it in topic space. The next step is to discover the user's summarization intent. For this, SuDocu takes the topic-wise scores for each example summary and computes bounds. SuDocu interprets that the user wants their summaries to satisfy these bound constraints and define the space for feasible summaries. If a summary satisfies the bounds for all topics, it is feasible, otherwise it is infeasible. The final step is to generate the summaries from the constraints. SuDocu uses a package query to express the constraint optimization problem. The goal is to find a set of sentences that collectively satisfy the topic constraints, while maximizing some objective function. SuDocu's objective is to maximize the overall quality of the summary, which we characterize by a generic score. Finally, for a new document, SuDocu executes the package query over a relational database using an efficient and scalable approach, retrieves the optimal summary, and then presents it to the user. SuDocu's interface also lets us further investigate how it was able to generate this summary by letting us inspect the package query that was run behind the scenes. The package query shows us the topic constraints that SuDocu learned from the examples we provided. If we hover on a topic, it shows us the most relevant words for that topic. For our summarization intent, topic 6, which is mostly about climate and forest, had a high score. Also, the geographic location related topic had moderately high score. In contrast, topic 8 and 9, which are about government policies and taxes, had very low scores, implying that these topics were irrelevant to our summarization intent. If we want, we can edit the bounds of the package query to express our intent directly. For example, if we increase the scores for topic 0 and rerun the package query, we find this. A statement about government debt is added. This is because topic 0 was mostly about national policies. To summarize, SuDocu is a personalized document summarization tool which learns the user's summarization intent from a few example summaries. Performance-wise, SuDocu is highly scalable and efficient. If you want to try SuDocu, please visit this site. Thank you for listening. We'll be happy to answer questions.